to RR Legal Talks. Today we are discussing a very interesting topic. Draft Greenhouse Gases Emission Intensity GEI Target Rules 2025. India just took a bold and strategic leap in climate action. Our industries are stepping into a new era of structured carbon economics and environment responsibility. So we'll discuss about the background and context. India is a signatory to Paris Agreement. Our commitment is to reduce emissions intensity of GDP by 45% by 2030 from 2005 levels. So to meet this target, the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change has proposed the GEI Target Rules 2025. So these rules are part of the large framework that includes the Carbon Credit Trading Scheme CCTS 2023. It's all about accountability, low carbon growth, and incentivizing cleaner technologies. What is the greenhouse gases emission intensity? What is the GEI? Simply the amount of greenhouse gases emitted per unit of product output. So like tons of CO2 equivalent to per ton of cement. So the gases included CO2, CH4, N2, CFCs, and SCFCs. Metric TCO2e per unit of product. So the key features of the draft rules we'll discuss. It is notified 16th April 2025. Open for feedback, any comments, objection. So 60 days time is given from the notification. Baseline year is financial year 23-24. Target years 2025-26 and financial year 26-27. So the GEI rules apply to 282 industrial units in sectors like cement, aluminium, and chlor-alkali, and pulp and paper. So major players include Ultratech, Vedanta, JSW, Hindalco, and more. So what is the compliance mechanism? Register the Indian Carbon Market Portal, that is ICM. So submit annual compliance reports, companies' actual emissions versus targets. If you exceed your targets, so great, that is a great, you can earn carbon credits. If you fall short, then you must buy credits or face environmental penalties. So penalty, so twice the average carbon credit price if carbon shortfall is not compensated. So carbon credit rating, see, this is the carbon credit rating scheme 2023. Enables this entire mechanism. Here is how the credits are calculated. I will explain. If you overperform the GEI target minus achievement into units produced, this is what the carbon credit certificates company will get. If the company underperformed, then GEI achieved minus target into units produced. This is the purchase obligation. Surplus credits, yes, we can trade them in future cycles, or you can bank or trade them in future cycles. So we will discuss about the legal and policy framework. It is backed by Environmental Protection Act 1986 and the Energy Conservation Amendment Act 2022. Carbon Credit Trading Scheme we discussed 2023 and draft GEI Target Rules 2025 we are discussing now. So the authorities, ministry, MOE, FCC policy, and BE implementation, CBCB compliance. So what will be the impact on the industry and ESG? So India becomes one of the first emerging economies to create a market-linked emission reduction system. So this promotes the transparent ESG tracking, technology upgrades, lower emissions footprints, and strategic use of carbon credits. This is not just a compliance, this is a strategy. So now the target for companies, what companies do is check if your sector is covered, register on the ICM portal, conduct GEI audits internally, and implement GEI compliant technologies, align with the ESG advisors and professionals, plan for carbon trading. So the GEI target rules are more than a policy. They are India's blueprint for a clean and comprehensive future. If you are a compliance officer, sustainability lead, or ESG investor, this is your moment to act. So like, share, and subscribe to RR Legal Talks. For more updates, we have two channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. Request to subscribe. Now I will take you to official website of Ministry of Environment and Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. I will show you the draft rules and I'll educate you how to check the updates. I start here. Now we'll go to official website. This is what Google. Then you type Ministry of Environment and Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Then this is the official website. Click this Ministry of then this is the ministry. Here you have to check what is the new. So because these are all new rules, these are view all. So this has come in the month of April. Then go to April. Here you can see this is what 17 April 2025 year it is there. GSR 23 draft targeting setting notification under the compliance mechanism of carbon credit trading scheme for inviting public comments. So this is a draft for inviting public comments. Click here. Then it's opening. Just it's opening. Yeah. This is the Gazette notification. First, here Hindi context is there. After that, English you can see. So this is what Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change notification in Delhi, 16th April 2025. So this you can go through. This is the Government of India has notified carbon credit trading scheme 2023, dated 28th June 2023, which defines the Indian carbon market framework. So where a market framework is established for trading of the carbon credit certificates to reduce or remove to avoid greenhouse gases emissions. Here is the complete draft rules. Here it is given short title, commencement, definition, GEI objectives, greenhouse gases emission, GEI targets, and obligation of the obligated entities, and issuance of carbon credit certificates, number of carbon credit certificates to be issued in any compliance year, and number of carbon credit certificates to be purchased in any compliance year. Then this is environmental compensation, and this is a schedule. So you can go through in detail. So I have shown how you can go through the and where you can find these draft rules. This is the official website of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change notification. This is better. You go to official website, rely on official website only. So you'll have 100% Pakka information. 60 days time is given for public comments. So here it is mentioned. Therefore, in exercise of the power conferred under so also the Environment Protection Act 1986, the central government hereby proposes to issue draft notification for the information of the public likely to be affected thereby. A notice is given that this said notification shall be taken into consideration on or before expiry period of 60 days from the date of publication of the draft in official gazette. So objections, suggestions, if any, may be addressed to the Joint Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So Indra Pravaran, this is what the New Delhi address is given. So this is what the draft rules for public comments. Thank you. Please subscribe to RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. We have two channels.